Good afternoon, it's Jeff and Wilma here, and this afternoon we're going to show you how to make the absolute best roti. So to make the best roti, you need to use whole wheat flour. So it's not wholemeal, whole wheat. So whole wheat flour is flour that's been ground with nothing taken out of it. So as it turned out, this is atta flour. We got this from an Indian spice shop, and as it turned out, it actually came from India, and it was stone ground, and it has this most beautiful aroma. It smells absolutely beautiful, and it was quite quite affordable too. $19 for 10 kilos, which wasn't too bad, I thought. So anyway, what I've got here is 2 cups of this atta flour, whole wheat flour, and I've got half a teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to put in about 3 teaspoons of olive oil. This is good olive oil. All I'm going to do now is just combine those together, and when I've got this when I've got them all combined, it's going to add about 1 1/4 cups of water, and this is warm water, and I'm going to just combine this into a nice dough. It's probably, I'll just try the 1 cup to start with. Yes, I think I'll need the extra 1/4 cup. So I'm going to combine this into a dough, and we're looking for the same consistency as Play-Doh. So anybody that's got children or grandkids, you probably know what Play-Doh is like. So now the thing about this roti with this whole wheat flour, you're really getting back to basics, and you're using flour that hasn't been processed, and it's all that's being done is stone ground. So right, so as you can see, I've got this nice dough happening here, and what I'm going to do is put it back into my container and just leave it covered for about 15 minutes, and let it rest, and then we'll come back and make our roti. Alright, so our dough's been resting for a good 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is just break out our dough balls about the size of a golf ball, or a bit smaller than a golf ball. So this is going to be our lunch, and as you can see, it's a nice dough, probably about this consistency of Play-Doh. So what I'm going to do is, what we don't use today, I'm just going to wrap it up in some cling wrap and put it in the fridge, and then we can use it tomorrow and the next day. Alright, so a bit of flour on my hands, and so I'm just rolling them into a bit of a disc, a bit of a ball rather, and I'm just going to form the shape with my fingers. Just use a little bit of this flour on both sides. Just going to roll it out with my rolling pin, and you just want to have just enough flour on your roti so that it doesn't stick to your rolling pin, or it doesn't stick to the surface. You don't want to overdo that flour. So I got that tip off somebody a couple of weeks ago. So that sort of works good for me.
Well, that was an Indian lady, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was from Fiji, but she was an Indian lady from Fiji, yeah.
Fiji and Indian.
So that worked out good. So we just, as you can see, there's not much flour on there. So I'll just put it, it's a little bit sticky there, so I'll just put a little bit of flour on that. I'm going to put them on top of each other, and we don't want them to stick to each other. See what's happening here. Just enough flour. You don't want to overdo the flour that you're using on this process. Okay, so here's our table. That's a medium-sized fry pan. That's all it is, and I've got my heat on fairly high, probably medium to high, and I'm going to just grab a fork and a towel. And another thing I'm going to have standing by is a piece of aloe vera, so I'll go and grab that. Right, our towel is quite hot here now, very hot. So I'm just going to put my roti in there and just centralise it. Just going to cook it on this first side, just lightly cook the first side, and you can see it changing colour, going from a light brown to a darker brown. And you can see, because I didn't use much flour in the rolling process, there's very little flour on it. So it didn't take long for that first side to get those spots on it. It's sort of, you can see what's happening there. So you lightly cook the first side, and then fully cook the second side, and then you turn it over and finish off the first side. Yep, she's cooked. Well, not quite. But this is what you're aiming for, is that ballooning effect. Like a cushion, isn't it? And that's going to give you beautiful soft roti. And that steam is going to completely cook the inside of the roti.
My grandson calls it balloon bread, Popper.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Balloon bread.
Yeah, he wants me to make his balloon bread. Yeah. So that one's cooked. So I'll take it. Oh, you can see you just saw the steam rushing out of that spot there.
Be careful.
Yeah. And now this is where you might need your aloe vera. I'm expecting not to have to use it, but I burnt my finger the other day, and I've still got a scar on there from it. The steam rushing out of the, so I'm just learning how to avoid that. And look at that beautiful colour there. So that's ready. So I've got my tea towel here, and just put it on there and cover it up. Now this is the last one. This one is a funny shape, that one. But we'll see how it turns out. Now that's how it's cooked. Got those beautiful brown marks on it, and you're looking for it to balloon out like that. So this is what you're aiming for. It doesn't take long to cook. Once you get that ballooning, you get that steam inside, and you get that beautiful roti. You can see that. It's absolutely beautiful. I think this is the coolest bread to make. I just love it. Anyway, so that's it. That's how roti, and this is how to make the best roti, I believe. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.